Hey, it's Ubu. Today we're playing a game called Evaluation, and it's developed by Dan McGrath, also known as Tooth and Claw and Itch.io. Basically, it's time for our evaluation. The program was used to evaluate faith, self-worth, and to commune with spirits. It was taken out of circulation and banned by the Vatican outright in 1999. While every attempt has been made to emulate this program exactly, there are some flaws and the program may not respond correctly. Songs of Praise, a tape of worship music that was originally included with a purchase of the program, has been transferred to the digital version and included with the program. Anyways, whatever. He makes really cool stuff. I like this developer's work, so I'm interested to try this out. So that'll be kind of weird, I guess, from the looks of it. So anyways, if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video, I'll review the game and share my general thoughts on it. So what I like to do here, so stick around if that interests you. But anyways, we will begin evaluation. Welcome to the evaluation. Shortly, you will be asked a number of questions. The topics covered are not important right now, and it is important that you keep your mind clear. Please take as much time as possible and answer each question truthfully. Click below to proceed or to begin. Click proceed. Self. First, some questions about you. Honestly describe yourself using one of the selections below. Honest. Think carefully now. How often do you think the people you care about most think about you? Wow, these are two extremes. Well, I don't want to say never, because that's probably not true. So I'll say always, which is also probably not true, because they're both very extreme answers. So always? I don't know. Interesting. Do you ever feel like the world would be a much better place if it just revolved around you? No. No. Definitely not. Answer truthfully. Do you think it is easy to control people without them even realizing it? Yes. The general public. A final question. How often do you feel like someone is watching you even when you're alone? Rarely. It's not always, so I guess rarely. Okay. Spirit. Some questions about your faith. Do you believe in God? Not particularly. No. I am the way and the truth and the life. How important is faith to you? Now, this is going to sound contradicting, but I am a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person, if that makes sense. I do think faith is important. I'll say very, because I don't believe faith is not at all important. That makes sense, so. Consider the life of Jesus Christ, the pain and struggle of his mortality. Do you think Jesus hated his only mother? No. A question for you. If the devil offered to save your mother from death in exchange for your soul, would you accept? Yeah. Same question again. What about your father? No. Yeah, I would. A final question. Was the gift of reason a mistake? No. We need reason. Angels and demons. Your answers are currently being evaluated. For this next task, you'll be shown a number of images. You must determine and judge if they are an angel or a demon. Click below to begin. Proceed. This is interesting so far. Look carefully. I would say that's an angel. That's what I would say. Look again. Angel. Don't trust everything you see. Okay, well, this is the devil. This is a demon. I've seen that image before. Poor thing. That's a dead bird. It's neither. This is some kind of weird trick question. I mean, it flies, so it's close to being an angel. What are you up to in this game? You think it's cruel? It looks like a millipede? Centipede? I would say they're closer to a demon. Especially if you've played Dark Souls, centipede demon. So... It never stood a chance. That looks like a little baby. I mean... Contact! So far, this is weird. But this is pretty much what I expected from this developer, so I'm not surprised. Next, we begin the most important and most notably dangerous section. We will now attempt to commune with the dead. Who or what you may encounter depends on your previous answers. Please exercise caution. I don't seem to have a choice, so I don't know how we can be cautious. Loading program. Notice, please remain calm while the program is in progress. Do not, under any circumstance, close or shut down your device while... Okay. Loading. Regulate your breathing and remain mindful. I don't think I want to. You may hear noises in your environment. This is normal. Okay. A lot of weird warnings. Program launched successfully. Tracking eye movement. Is it really? Initiate. What? That's gonna say Satan. No? Sam. Samael? Is that an angel of death? I can't remember. Success, you have summoned Samael. You may now notice some changes in the atmosphere of your environment. That caught me off guard. It sounded so real. The spirit has already manifested itself at this point. We will now attempt to visualize it for full contact. That actually spooked me. That got me. It was like a real knock in my ear. Rendering image. Cannot wait for the nightmares that await us. Okay. Processing communication tool. Hello, child. I'm not a child. You know my name and have called me here. You do not need to fear me. I am an angel. I have traveled on the east, on the winds from the east. I have known you for so very, very long. I will use this machine to speak with you. Would you like to hear my voice? Yes.
Hear my voice, child. Just as Eve was seduced by the snake, so shall you be driven to the fruit by my word. I will not suffer you. I shall set you free. Your blood is not your own, but belongs to the sins of your fathers. Tonight, when you sleep, you will dream of gnashing teeth.
Uh-oh. We have an error. A system error has occurred. This program is attempting to shut down. Please do not turn off your device. It was really hard to understand a lot of what he said. I heard more of it towards the end, where they're there to set us free, and that our blood is not our own, it is the sins of our father. Something like that. A lot of the stuff in the middle I can pick up on. God, this noise. Do you think I would leave you? I could tell you of my fall and of my father's betrayal. There are many things I could tell you. Secret things. Oh, so he's Lucifer. My time is short, but I will leave you with a gift. I can tell you your future. However, you will have to choose the path. Ah, this noise. Stop it. For these cards? Please, this noise is terrible. Okay, that noise is better. It's not as shrill. So I must pick one of these. The merchant. Oh, the hermit. I couldn't read that. Treachery. You will betray those you claim to love. That's it. What? I disagree. Oh. Oh, sweet and innocent child of man. You wander through forests unending. The way through woven branches so unclear. From my mouth comes knowledge and guidance. Will you accept? Yes. Your future is certain. It was fate that brought us together. Let us pray. This noise is torturous. I can sense your fears. Wash them away, child. Clear your mind. Hey, Morpheus says that in the Matrix. Your final decision awaits you. In the lion's den, a child of God will truly shine. In the snake's nest, a human will become a meal. Choose carefully, child. Speak to a loved one, see an angel, hear the voice of God. I will speak to a loved one. Communication in progress. Sorry, I'm all into doing voices today for some reason. A coffin creaks open. Ashes swirl back into form. Flesh no longer remains. A spirit approaches. It has manifested itself. Please do not utter my name. For my name is no longer my name. I am that I am. Who are you? I'm sure you feel my presence now. I am with you, but not for long. I am tethered to something else. It lingers just out of sight, but close by. Who is it? I cannot speak of it. It watches and listens. It is aware of you. It can see you. Please, I beg, do not utter my name. Is it God? It draws closer now. There is nothing here for me. No light or dark. No cold. No warmth. There is only the quiet. In the great silence I shall stay. It waits for you too. I'll see you soon, child. Fatal error. The program has unexpectedly failed. Warning. Intruder spirit has been detected. Do not close the program. Please contact a member of the clergy immediately. Oh my gosh. Outcome 1 of 4. Is that good? I didn't expect... I will follow you always. The game closed. Oh, God. Okay, we're back on the main menu. It took me a while to get back here. This game is kind of weird about, like, switching all the resolutions all over the place on my computer, and I don't know. I had to uninstall and reinstall the game to get back here. I couldn't get to relaunch, so weird stuff. Anyways, I will now review the game, and I start with visuals. Visually, the game is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. It's like a program that we're looking at, so nothing really to talk about here. I do like the way it's presented. I like its visual presentation. I like the imagery used throughout. The text is easy to read, and I have no issues with it visually. I think it's pretty solid overall, and I find it very interesting to look at and to experience. So visuals, I would say, are pretty solid. Now, in terms of audio, audio is okay for the most part. You can hear slight, almost like VHS, like computer humming kind of thing going on here on the main menu, which I like. It's very subtle. And then throughout the game, we'll have weird sounds like the breathing and stuff when the two skulls are on the side of the screen. I don't like the high-pitched, like, screeching sound that happens. That's just me personally. I think it's a little too grating. Kind of obnoxious. So other than that, I would say audio is okay across the board. Nothing really stands out to me all that much. I like how weird it got towards the end. But aside from that, I would say audio is just okay. In terms of mechanics, there's not much going on in terms of mechanics. We're just answering questions and experiencing what the game throws at us, I guess, depending on our answers. So obviously, there are 4 different endings. We got 1 of them, and I'll leave it up to you to find the other 3. Let me know if you find out what they are. I'd be interested to hear what happens. There's not much really to say about mechanics, like I said, but I do find the whole concept of games like this very interesting, where you're just sort of taking a survey or some kind of weird, questionnaire or something like that. I haven't played many games like this. I know there are a few out there that are really popular, especially when it comes to the Uncanny Valley sort of genre of games. I would say this is pretty cool mechanically, very simple and relaxing, nothing really complex or anything. We just kind of go with the flow and whatnot, so I liked it. I like seeing the things where the game is trying to convince me that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes, like it's trying to immerse us in this way where I'm literally sitting here actually taking this real survey as though it's this real thing. Of course, with like the knocking in our ear and things of that nature, which I failed to mention in the audio. So the knocking was very realistic and it was very immersive. Of course, the breathing and whatnot as well. But I like everything the game is doing mechanically to convince us that this is some real event that we're partaking in. So really cool stuff. I like this game mechanically. In terms of story and concept, it's hard to say that there's much story. There is a fairly lengthy description of this game on itch.io that you can go read. I like that the game tries to convince us that this is some sort of taboo thing that the Vatican decided to bury, maybe because of its implications and its effect on people. And I like that concept a lot. It's hard to say that there's really much story beyond that, but conceptually the game is very interesting to me. While I'm not very religious, I still enjoy learning and exposing myself to these kind of things, even if it's just being used as sort of a setting rather than trying to make any sort of commentary. And I find it very interesting. It's not a disrespectful game, in my opinion. It doesn't say anything or have really any sort of opinions on religion or tries to make you feel a certain way, at least from what I experienced, and I appreciate that. So I'm okay with the way the game is portrayed. in terms of its story, and I very much enjoy the concept of the game personally, so good work. In terms of performance, the game performs perfectly fine, except when you launch it, it does all this weird stuff with resolutions. You know, I have 2 monitors here, so I had to like expand it on my OBS for it to fit the screen, even though it was full screen on my first monitor. I'm not really sure what all of that weirdness is about. And when the game force closed at the end, it had like a crash report that popped up, so I just skipped all that, and then I had to uninstall and reinstall the game to get back on the main menu. It just would not launch. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm sure there's some way to fix that. And I wish the games that I play would stop force closing at the end, personally. I wish you could just go right back to the main menu. I think that would save a lot of trouble personally, but aside from that, performance is totally fine. So my final judgment for Evaluation is I would say it's good. I would say it's a good game. I very much enjoy its visual presentation. The audio is lacking in some areas and has some grating sounds and stuff they go with, but overall I think sets the tone very well. I very much enjoy the mechanics. It's very simple and straightforward, but also immersive. And the story and concept I think is very interesting and I think well implemented. And performance, while having some issues relaunching the game, I think in general performed very well. So good work on this. I always enjoy playing your games, so keep up the great work, and I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? You just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything. Go play this game for yourself, form your own opinion, and tell the developer what you think. I'm sure they'd really appreciate your feedback as well as mine. And also check the description for links to my socials and also the timestamps if that interests you. And if you enjoy my content, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd really appreciate your support. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I think that's all to say about it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget, the pale moth is always watching.